Welcome back to the Artie Lange Show. Joe Buck is here. My mother just texted me. She watches live all the time. She said, Joe Buck's children are beautiful.
Oh, well, they are.
Yeah.
Thank God.
I'm looking over the Beach Bowl that we're playing in for DirecTV, and on my team is Alec Baldwin and Kim Basinger's daughter, Ireland Baldwin. And I cannot wait right now. I'm going to admit this right now. I cannot wait for her to drop a pass so I could go, you rude little pig! You are a rude little pig.
She's grown up tough. She'll be good.
She looks like such a pig, doesn't she? My God.
Man,
it's gonna be fun.
Wow.
So now, what is a week like this for you, Joe? When does it ramp up for you? And do you have it down pat? Is it crazy preparation?
Yeah, it's a long week, and
right.
Believe the last thing I'm going to do is complain because I'm the luckiest guy in the world to do this stuff. But my fiance works for the NFL Network. She's been up at 3:30 every morning to go do their morning show.
Wow.
So we have done literally nothing all week, and everybody's like, "Hey, how about the fill in the blank show?"
Yeah, people forget that you're working for a
that.
living this week. Like, have you seen the Book of Mormon? No,
Right.
I'm working. Maybe next week.
And as far as bars or parties, I just don't feel if I'm doing the game on Sunday, I need to be seen like stumbling out of some party or some
professional. You're being
bar.
professional.
I mean, God forbid you say the wrong team wins on Sunday. And
Again,
like,
in this age.
let's roll the tape back, and
right.
here's why he came out of the Jay-Z concert.
Here's you coming out of McGillicuddy's on 2nd Avenue.
He didn't look right.
Slurring that. Seahawks by 8.
Right. I got TMZ the last time I was doing the Super Bowl in L.A., the Saturday before, which, you have a week, you have 8 days. And they come up to me coming out of a bar, and I'm like, I am going to enunciate every word and not blink to the point where it's just like, yes, I believe the Green Bay Packers will win. You just can't.
And then what'll happen? Joe Buck sounded like he was trying too hard.
Right, exactly.
I think he's on Vicodin.
Right. Angel dust.
Look at the angel dust. That's great that that's the drug you chose.
Mm-hmm.
I tweeted out this, Joe Leone made this beautiful antipasto, and I tweeted out to all of my followers. The first comment I get back is, did you eat it already, you fat F?
It's a beautiful world.
It really is.
I mean, thank God everybody's rooting.
Are you encouraged by your, bosses, shall we say, at the network to tweet, or they want you to stay away from stuff?
They don't care.
They don't care.
They don't
never
care.
had a comment talk about that.
I mean, there was a kind of a push 2 years ago to tweet and do all that stuff, but
that's promotion, but it just creates nuttiness.
It does.
Yeah.
And I think what it does in a real way is it forces everybody into being as boring as they possibly can.
You're
because
right.
if you care about what these people say, and some of it's good and a lot of it's positive, and some of the things are constructive, even the criticism, you go, yeah, that makes some sense. But the real negative ones, if you care about that, then it forces everybody to be absolutely like a robot,
right?
And so that you don't step out of line and you don't incur this wrath from these people. And what the best thing I did was take Twitter off my phone, was take all that stuff, and I've had more fun this last year doing it because
just get it out of your head.
Yeah, whatever. Right. Until the people at Fox tap me on the shoulder and say, "Hey, it's been fun. Goodbye."
Right.
It doesn't matter what anybody says.
Well, you make a good point, because what happens is it's awful for the world of comedy too, because everybody's afraid to take a risk. The only way to get better in comedy is to take a risk. You got to go on stage and risk bombing, but everyone's afraid to do that because they think whether you're at a club in Cincinnati at midnight, some kid's got a phone, and if you take a risk, you're going to be on Twitter bombing.
Right.
That's all they think about. In the old days, it was just you and those people in that room. You can get away with it. Yeah. So people don't improve. They just have that 1 7-minute perfect set that's not going to bomb, and you're never going to change either.
Right. That makes all the sense in the world. And I, again, to go back to what we said before the break, people are stuck with me doing the game with Aikman on Sunday, whether they like me, hate me, whatever. And so you're just going to invite all that stuff. So if you can just divorce yourself from it, be yourself. The people at Fox like me. They seem to.
Oh, my God. You've been there long enough, right? Yeah.
Whatever. I'll just do the game. And you know that you're going to have 120, 130 million people listening to what you say.
That's amazing. When you officially sign on, it's live, man. I know you've been doing it forever and you're a pro, but Even as someone in show business, I get butterflies for you. That's something else.
It is. The weirdest part is the stupid on camera at the beginning when
You got to describe what's going on.
Welcome to the broadcast booth. I'm Joe. This is Troy. And
All
here's
the
the
obvious
awkward part that nobody's listening to, and yet all you feel like is if I bomb this, I'm going to be on YouTube for the rest of my life.
It's like the opening monologue in the Oscars for a comic.
Right,
I
yeah.
talked to Chris Rock once about that when he hosted the Oscars. He was like, that first 10 minutes, man, it's got to be, if that's good, I'm fine.
Right.
And you got the same thing.
Totally. Once the game starts, I'll just do the game. And even if you make a mistake, whatever. The normal people don't listen to a game like they want to enjoy the game. If I get hit by a bus or a falling icicle when I'm walking in and I die,
right,
they're still going to play the game and they're still going to show it, and the rating's still going to be off the charts.
There'd be a nice tribute.
It'd be a nice, maybe a half a moment of silence.
I'd hope they show our clip for that.
Yeah.
Got to take another break. Joe Buck is here. Back after this. Welcome back to the Artie Lange Show. Joe Buck is here. And what about all these crazy stories that have come out? Richard Sherman. Like when you see Richard Sherman, how does that affect your life? Is that something you're going to address?
I like that guy.
Yeah. I think he's great.
I really do. And he came into our meeting, our private meeting, and John, you've been in those, where we were talking about Anquan Bolden, and he took the conversation and went right to Crabtree and blew him up to us.
Yeah.
And then he did the thing after
which is
the
good.
game.
It relieves tension.
It does.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, when he did that after the game, it was like, okay, well, he wanted to do it.
Yeah.
He did it. He made the play on Crabtree to end the game.
Amazing.
And we met with him yesterday, and he is same guy. He's a little repentant about. It's like, I learned a little bit. It was too much me and not the team. But, man, they are fired up to play Peyton Manning and these receivers. They cannot wait to get out there on Sunday.
We talked before you got out here about how, when you're really, as this game's getting closer as a football fan, you're talking about this secondary that's amazing, the defense as a whole against Peyton Manning. It really is. This has all the makeups for a classic. I can't wait to see what happens.
It does.
Yeah.
And I kind of think, and I don't know what you guys think, but I think the game probably will be won the other way. I think the game is going to be won or lost with Seattle's offense on the field and Denver's defense.
Some of the surprise, what's going to happen?
Something's going to happen there because I think the other way could play to a draw. It might be a touchdown. It might be a 10-point when there are maybe even 2 touchdowns.
So something unexpected's got to happen.
Some of the other ways going to happen.
That's a good point.
And the guy that nobody's talking about, and we watch their practice, is Percy Harvin.
Yeah.
Percy Harvin is freaking flying around the field.
He's got fresh legs.
He doesn't look like he's slowed down.
Oh, my God.
Cramped up.
No.
Lightning
That's
before.
great. And we talked to Russell Wilson. He's like, I said, how does he look? This was before practice. He said, I do not think a person could be faster than Percy Harvin.
Wow.
And then we watched them
That's
in practice.
Scary. That's scary.
And he is on his toes bouncing. I'm telling you, that people downplay that guy.
Right.
He might be the difference in the game.
Does he return to kicks and punts?
Yeah, he's going to do kicks. Okay. Punts is going to be Tate. But kicks, and Pete Carroll said, unless he's backing out of the end zone, we've told him to go.
Go. That's exciting. That's awesome.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
Well, listen, Joe, I think it's got the makeup. So you Peyton Manning, possibly his last game, who knows. I'm glad. I think all football fans are glad it's you and Troy doing it. And thanks for coming here, man.
Thank you. You haven't read my Twitter. I want to talk to this music right now. Artie Lange, it's been a fun time, my friend. John Ritchie, you had a cat's meow.
Publicly apologize to the family.
Sorry. Yeah.
The Artie Lange Show.
They love you.
Joe Buck, watch him Sunday if you're not doing anything else.
Yeah, think about it.
The Artie Lange Show, weeknights on Audience, only on DirecTV.